What up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hey. We in here. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Okay.
No, you gotta be feeling great. You gotta be feeling amazing. It's a Tuesday. What is going on, everyone? I'm Shadell, co-host of Paging the Simpsons. I'm joined with my lovely fiance.
No, I think you always say bye.
I don't think I always say bye too, but lately I've been confusing the two, so
Lauren!
just go with it. Oh man, what is going on, everyone? So before I get into everything, I just gotta say, guys, this is like a PSA that we're probably gonna chill on these Friday episodes after the one dropping this Friday.
Womp, womp, womp.
Well, it was a collective decision between both of us.
No, it was all.
So it's been over 70 episodes. We haven't missed a Friday. We've done one every Friday for
Even when I was dying.
Yeah, for like over 6 months now, I believe.
It's been
for a little
like
over
March,
6 months.
Like February, March is when we started.
And our thing is, it's crazy to like always think of some like specific topic to tackle and to focus on every Friday, and like I just want to put more focus into the Tuesday episodes and just make sure the content is on point. And I want to make like that one episode a week be like more quality, because I like the last few episodes we put out, and I kind of want to keep that trend going.
But I will say, if anyone has like requests or ideas for like specific topics that we could cover on Fridays, because usually the Friday episode is like one central topic and then we kind of expand on it. If anybody has stuff that they want to hear, you can shoot it our way and then like we can do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not that we'll never do them again. I just think it's that, like right now kind of refocusing.
And I think our Tuesday episodes may, of course, go past an hour since we'll have more time to focus on them.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We haven't done a wedding update in like a few months, I feel like.
But we haven't had anything to update them on.
So, well, yeah, sort of. It's been a lot of like little stuff like I bought this and I got
I don't.
But what we could do is we can do a wedding update on a Friday at like the end of November, because we're gonna have a lot in November going on.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking one last one before the wedding. And
right. So like that's something is like, even though we may be dropping it now, we may have still some like pop up.
Okay, I'm not gonna say completely the Friday episodes are gone, but like it's like more so I want to focus, like when we have a certain topic. Okay, you're gonna know, by when the Tuesday episode goes up, hey, we got an episode coming for you on Friday. Of course, if you follow us on social media, you'll know, because I also post saying, hey, we got a new episode, it's live. But I don't know, like it's just we're always trying to put out good quality content that like we would listen to, and we would hope you guys would listen to it as well. So it's just maintaining that. And she's trying to take a picture of the dog as we're recording right now. Oh my god.
You can. I don't know why that distracts you. You can just.
I don't know why the
going.
dog distracts you.
I'm totally. I can hear what you're saying. I just wanted to get that.
What did I say?
You talking about the Friday episodes?
What about it?
Something.
Exactly. Yeah, I can hear what you're saying. I just don't know what you said.
I hear those words coming out of your mouth.
And like, I would love to start incorporating like other podcasters. I just got to figure out the way to get it.
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
Like getting friends that have different points of views on.
I met podcasters at like a meeting I was at recently. There was a couple of people in our area that they do podcasts. So we were talking and we were thinking maybe we could like collab or something sometime. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to do more of that, and maybe one day make Friday episodes specifically like, hey, we're talking to this person, about this. Like, I'd love to do that. So that's what I'm looking to do in the near future. Hey, if you want to have a conversation with us, or you want to be on the podcast, if you're a podcaster or someone that has like some viewpoints that you want to share with us, and you think it'd be a great conversation for 30 minutes, hour, whatever, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM on social media, any of the platforms we're on in the description of this episode, and we can set something up and make it happen. Just the Friday episodes, I guess you could say, they won't be as consistent as they have been for the like over 6 months that have been happening, but you'll still get them. It sounds like probably maybe like one a month at the very least. It's just dependent on if there's one specific topic that we want to just make that focus and take it outside of the Tuesday episodes. So I just want to make that like quick announcement before we get into everything we're about to touch on now. Man. With that being said, I got some good stuff. So you don't know him, so let me give you a bit of backstory here. So Tank, he's an R&B artist. He's older, so yeah, you probably don't know him too much, but I wouldn't even say your mom would know him because your mom probably wouldn't listen to that. Oh, I would say not to be like, I don't even know, not to like label me anything on this, but probably it's more so for the black crowd. Yeah. He reminds me of like one of those people that like R&B, like what you would like what the girls would like in this day and age, but now it's like what your parents would like, mainly your mom. If your mom liked like R&B singers back in the day, like damn, you're
not making sense because you said what we would like now, but then you went to our parents' generation, and so now I'm confused.
Forget all that. I always say this to let you know that Tank went on a podcast called Lip Service with Angela E and all her friends. Don't know all their names, so I'm not even gonna say that. And he had some interesting thoughts.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious to know what your thoughts are on this, and I'm not sure how interesting of a conversation this is gonna be. So essentially, he's saying just because a guy has sucked a dick twice does not mean he's gay. Now, before you add your thoughts onto this, I'm gonna play a quick clip of what he said on the podcast here, and we'll go from there. All right?
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let me try it again.
And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste.
We're not talking about chicken. We talking about dickin'.
Well,
Dick in his mouth.
Dick in his jaw.
how you made a bar out of chicken and
Because she's
dick.
an artist at heart. Yeah. It's natural. It comes natural.
But it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked dick twice.
Okay. So, just for the sake of your argument, that's okay.
The dick once, right? And then he's like,
Yes.
What is the point of that?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, what is the point of that whole like conversation?
They were just talking, and it came up in conversation.
Okay.
What?
So he's saying, is he talking about himself or
He's saying in general, if you have sucked a dick once or twice, that does not mean you're gay.
All right.
She's like, I do not want to touch this, literally and figuratively.
I don't know what to say. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know, because it's like on one hand, people sometimes say stuff like that if they're like in the closet and they just are scared and kind of
Okay.
thing. But sometimes they literally think that way. Like, I don't know.
So that's what I'm thinking in this situation. Not to shame Tank or anything, but
a lot of times it's a justification.
why would you bring this up?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why was it even a thing? Like, how did they bring up dick sucking to begin with?
I didn't listen to the whole episode for me to tell you that.
So that's
part.
what I'm saying is like, it kind of sounds random.
But I mean, you're around a bunch of women. They're probably going to talk about it. And then he probably interjected like,
Then don't interject.
I have experience in this. Raise my hand.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Don't interject. If you don't want speculation out there,
Because I'm
don't
like,
say anything.
Dog. I've never once imagined myself doing that to another man. No offense to anyone that has. Not for me, dog. And it's like, I get what he's saying. I'm like, yeah, doing it once, twice, 3 times, 5, 6, 10, 11, 20, 30, 40, hundreds.
Okay, now you're just rude. That's not what he's saying.
It doesn't mean you're gay. It just means that you're a little curious.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of do believe that you could be curious.
I'm not saying he's
and,
not.
like, actually, and then find out, oh, I don't like this. But I don't know. It's just the way he's talking about it's weird. It's like he's kind of scared to.
He doesn't want to come out.
Right.
Okay, so
That's what
here,
what it kind of.
here goes another point here, because you just reminded me of something. So You say Shawn Mendes that he looks like he could possibly be gay.
What I've said before is I feel like he's this generation's Ricky Martin.
Okay.
Where our generation, Ricky Martin was like trying so hard to be straight, and he like had this persona. Even Lance Bass, like all of them, the ones that were like, oh no, and all this, and like trying so extra hard that it almost is like you can still kind of tell.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Shawn Mendes is doing, which I don't understand why. Again, I don't know for sure, but I don't understand why in this day and age you feel like you still have to, because we've come like strides.
Okay, let me break this down, because this relates to Shawn Mendes and Tank as to why why they need to do this, like hide that's part of them. Women love these guys.
Right.
So you're telling me, oh,
So it
you're
ruins
gay?
the image.
Like, yo, I swear, Insecure. Remember we watched that? We didn't
Yeah.
really care about I think it's third season or something like that.
Yeah.
But in it, one of her friends was dating some guy or something, and he said like he sucked a guy's dick that was while he was in college, and like Molly was like, I'm not sure if you remember this.
Vaguely.
And she was not about it. Like, she was freaking out. Like, oh my God, like, what if he goes and does it again and all this stuff? Like, she was not about it. So in my mind, it's kind of something in your mind where it's like, man, women aren't gonna like me, because if you have a majority like female fan base,
right,
it's all about keeping up the image.
Well, right, and it's like Shawn Mendes is that kind of person, like, he's done like the shirtless posing and all that kind of stuff for like magazines, and they very much sexualize him, so it's like, yeah.
And then it's like,
see.
damn, I saw Shawn Mendes is gay, but I like him. What?
But it's kind of funny if you think about it, because it's like, even like as women, we still know he's not attainable. Like, it's not like we're gonna get with him. So in my mind, I'm like, whether you're gay or not doesn't really have leverage for me. Like, I could but for me personally, like, I could still think you are physically attractive.
I beg to differ. Women go real hard for celebrities.
I know, but I think
dick.
it's kind of ridiculous, because it's like we all know it's not attainable.
You did not hear the joke in that.
What?
Women go real hard for celebrities as if they had a dick.
Huh.
I'm sorry. With all this dick talk, I had to throw
But
that in there. Man, some crazy stuff is happening right next door.
Our neighbors are like, oh boy.
Man, and the dog's going. Oh, God,
Our
guys.
neighbors are having some crazy argument. They're like running up and down stairs and slamming
my
doors,
God.
and now Missy's barking,
Oh,
and it's
my
a thing.
God. Oh, my God. She's mad about all this dick talk. She's like, just come out. Just freaking come out already. She's frustrated.
No, more like, she's like, I just want a dog to love. I just want a companion. All right, Missy.
Yeah,
chill out.
she's not gonna stop.
Hi. Oh, good. You came in this room to bark.
She's not gonna stop.
Hello.
And that's like, because I'm so curious to know, like, yeah, what would happen if like someone as big as Shawn Mendes came out? Like, would he lose fans? People just be like, I'm not messing with.
I don't know.
Because he doesn't have, like, if you go to a show, you're not seeing majority guys. Like,
Right. Well, yeah.
also, like, when you say that that celebrities aren't attainable, I don't know about that one. Women, there's a whole thing with like women going to concerts, and that's why I feel like women dress up like really nice going to concerts, because they think they may get picked out of the crowd or something.
Please, I never did that.
Like,
I've screw that.
I've been to so many concerts where you see like the girl like looking like
A snack.
Sure, if you're gonna call her a snack, sure, I'll call her a snack too.
A snatch.
But it's like, damn, like, what are you gonna do? Like, sneak backstage and like, it's like, hey, I'm here.
I'm
like,
good.
so I wouldn't say that. I feel like a lot of women
I don't want that lifestyle anyway.
a lot of women like go crazy for the celebrity. So I don't know what you're talking about there, buddy.
I'm just saying the chances of you getting with that celebrity is probably like less than getting struck by lightning. Like, you know what I mean? It's just realistically.
I don't know.
So I don't know. Like I said, I can still find someone like physically attractive.
Yeah.
And know I'm not gonna ever get with them.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you do between the sheets. That has no bearing on me.
Yeah, but wouldn't that, if you found out Shawn Mendes was gay, wouldn't that lose like flavor in his music? That was like,
No, well, you know what I think it would do is when you listen to the songs, change what you're thinking about.
well,
Because if you think he's talking about a girl, now you're like, oh, he's talking about a guy.
Well, yeah.
Like, and I feel like for some people that kind of messes with.
and that's the same thing with Frank
the
Frank
image.
Ocean,
Yeah.
where it's like in the beginning when he first came out, you didn't know he was gay, and then like he put out, I think it's like his debut album, and like the very last song, he references a guy, and I'm like, oh.
Is that a problem?
Well, no, first
Sir?
off, no, but it's a shock. It was a shock to everyone. Like, oh,
Well, yeah, but
I still
with
play
it.
I still play Frank Ocean around it. Like, dog, I have no problem.
I know.
I didn't like Blonde, but that's nonetheless
Who?
Blonde. His last album.
Oh.
I don't know, cause yeah, that's what like I feel with Frank Ocean. Like when I hear your music, I'm like, are you talking about a guy the way you're referencing? And I think he even put out a song this past week, and it gets very detailed about men and sucking and things like that.
Alrighty. I mean, go him.
I kind of want to listen to it. I kind of want to
I
listen
mean,
to
get it. So, you know.
that. He was getting it, or someone was getting it.
Woo. All right.
But I don't know. I'm interested in this. I will say, going back to the tank thing, I'll give you that. Sucking dick once, twice, whatever, how many times you want to do that. I won't say you're gay. You may enjoy it. You're probably curious. I
just think it's weird he brought it up because I feel like that's attention seeking.
Suspect.
Right? Because like if you
You're looking for approval. That's what he's doing.
And yeah. So it's either like a guilt thing or it's a I'm afraid to come out thing, like something like that. Because it's like if you did it once or twice and say like you were like, yeah, this is just not for me, and you could move on and just be like, all right, yeah, so I definitely am straight or whatever it is.
Obviously, he brought it up. He's like,
right. So I'm like, there's something else here happening.
He's looking for approval. He's checking with the women. Do you like? Do you guys find this approving? And if you do, then I may give
it's
you
like
a bit more information.
Like where people are like, "Is it weird?"
Right,
like
trying to check the temperature.
Right. So,
Man.
I mean, I don't care either way. Do what
Pretty
you're gonna
much.
do.
I rock with it. So the next thing you got here, you want to talk about this Meghan Markle viral video?
Yeah.
Doug,
so I wanted to bring
before
this
you get
up
into
briefly.
this, why do you not add notes so I have something to go with here?
Because I
like a
figure I'll
link
bring
or-
it up and talk to you about it.
But like an article, anything.
Because I figure we'll talk about it.
Okay, go ahead, continue. What?
Anyways, so recently, it's a video. It's
Okay.
like a interview thing. No, I'm doing the radio part.
Yo, dog, just go.
But okay, anyway.
just looking up.
So, yeah. So recently, Meghan Markle was interviewed by some, I don't know, British thing. I don't know what it was, honestly. But she was talking about, what it's been like, obviously, like with a newborn and in the tabloids over there and everything like that. And for one, you can just tell, like, she looks like she's almost gonna cry in like most of the video, and like she's just not in a good place. And she says to the guy, she's like, well, thank you for asking, because pretty much nobody asked how I'm actually doing. And like that's a thing. And it's she's having a tough time when it comes to the tabloids over there, I guess, are ripping her to shreds, partly because of the whole ethnicity thing, and partly because of, with the baby and just all that different stuff. And what I found really annoying, I was listening to the radio a few days ago, like last week, and it was a local radio station, and they're talking about, they bring it up, how she was no, she wasn't on it. Wendy Williams had brought this up on her show. Mm-hmm. She referenced it, and she basically said, she's like, no one feels bad for you or something like that. Like, I don't expect people to feel bad for you and, your royal stuff and all this different, that kind of thing. And the radio personality, they agreed with her and they said, I never thought I'd see the day when I agreed with Wendy Williams, but I agree with her in this sense, don't be all upset when you have, that lavish lifestyle and all this different stuff. And it really, it authentically pissed me off. Like, I'm over here alone in my car and I'm like bitching at the radio because how many times do we have to see that no amount of money, fame, status, any of that matters when it comes to mental health and emotional health? Like, no one is safe from depression or anxiety or PTSD or postpartum depression or any of that stuff, okay? Like, does not matter if you have $500 billion. Like, you can still very much have problems and emotional difficulties. She's a new mom, like stuff like that. Like this, we all still relate on some level. So it's like, I was so just pissed off because I watched the Wendy Williams thing afterwards. And like, of course the crowd is all agreeing with her and all hyped up and all this stuff. And I'm just irritated because I understand, people, they want to be jealous because, you have money and status and, you don't have a normal job and, you married a prince and like, this, the surface level stuff. But it's like, first of all, she very much has gone through the whole racial discrimination thing, like hardcore, because, it was a whole thing that he was not marrying just a white woman because that's different, over in that area and all that. But then it's like now they want to discriminate. That's not the word I'm looking for. Now they want to be all over her about a kid and all that stuff. And I guess now they're actually looking to moving to America and having like places in like America and Africa and over there in England, which is different because usually you stay there as like a royal couple. But the only thing Wendy Williams had a good point on was, William and Kate are the ones that are being groomed to be the king and queen next because they're next in line. So of course their family has to be like all ooh, like pretty and all that stuff versus like Meghan and Harry. Yeah, like if they did move, it honestly doesn't really matter because they're not going to be king and queen next. So but I have things to say about that anyway, because the whole scandal with William, like, what was it, cheating or something, but we're just gonna go right over that. But so it irritated me for the simple fact that yes, she looks like in the interview that she's about to cry and break down and that she has a lot of stuff going on and that people are ripping her to shreds even more over that just because of how perfect your life should be. So I just wanted to. You just
reminded me because I saw earlier this month that he's like suing the British press, Prince Harry.
Exactly.
And it just reminded me.
Like he's hardcore going for his wife.
So I don't understand this at all, and it's so irritating that people agree with. It's like, oh man, you live in a lavish lifestyle, like you don't deserve to have like a peace of mind and all that stuff. Like you guys are salty.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nobody is safe from it.
Like,
everybody has these similar problems. It doesn't matter who you are.
No one deserves to wake up and receive hate in their day, no matter how rich you are, how popular.
And literally over just being yourself.
If you didn't do anything wrong, you should not be getting hate at all. Like, I shouldn't have.
It's just because of who you are.
She hasn't done any. Like, literally, she found someone, they like each other. Everything works between each other. That's it. Like, let them live their life. Like, I don't like.
I guess this is a good example of she was a pretty average person. Like, she was an actress over here in America, I guess, but not like huge. Yeah. And so like a perfect example, I guess, of like what we were talking about with Shawn Mendes. Like, she is a more average person that happens to be with someone who's in royalty. Yeah. But regardless.
It doesn't matter.
We're still people.
Doesn't matter.
Even Harry, he's in royalty, but he's a person. There's been multiple times he's messed up and stuff, but like that's what happens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what type of celebrity you are. And like I hear sometimes like people justify it when you're like you're a YouTuber and they're like when you get like hate and all that stuff where people brush it off and be like, oh, this is the life you signed up for. Like, no, I didn't sign.
I understand that to a point. Yes, you kind of know going into it that yes, you're gonna have to deal with that.
Okay, but there's levels to this where it's
no
like
one deserves it if you don't do anything wrong. If you're just like making videos.
Like here goes one thing. Where I just saw. Sorry to get a little bit off topic, but do you know H3 on YouTube?
No.
Okay, well a lot of people know them, so people know what I'm talking about. So Ethan Klein of H3 and his wife Hilla, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. They said they had to move because their address got published online, all that stuff, and like
God.
Like their house got swatted a few times, and it's like damn, like it. Do you know what swatting is?
Oh no.
It's when someone calls the police and says some crazy like things are happening there.
The SWAT team comes?
Yes, and like they bring the helicopters, they bring a bunch of guys with guns, like they take it super serious when it comes to swatting. And I guess they explained 3 times it happened, where one, they were coming from the airport, they just came back from like vacation, and they had their like son with them, little baby, and like whoever it was timing it so like they would get there.
Oh my God.
And like they would be met with the cops and all that stuff, and it's like,
come on.
there's one instance where like they weren't home, and like the cops like came and like they opened the fence and like let the dog out, and like they like it was like a little dog. It sounds like it was like Missy's size. Yeah. So like good thing the dog wasn't barking. It didn't show like any signs of like aggression, because the cops probably would have shot it.
Oh my God.
Like, and it's like no one deserves for that to happen. I don't understand what that is. Like,
I don't understand when people get so, and this is like I don't care if it's positive or negative way. I don't get when people get so wrapped up in a person, and it could be a YouTuber or royalty or celebrity or whatever, that like it's everything to them, that they have to like devote their time to like doing something like that. Like either if it's positive and you literally like idolize this person like they're the most perfect person on the planet and could do no wrong, because that's kind of unrealistic too, or if it's negative and you're looking at this person so jealous that you're like, I'm going to ruin their life, or I'm going to say something awful, I'm going to spread this rumor, I'm going to like, I never understood that. It's like, we're all just people. Sure, some people have it better in some ways than others. But like I said, nobody's immune to like mental and emotional issues, you know, or even like physical sicknesses and stuff. Like, you know, there's like, what was it? Steve Jobs, and he had the cancer and he died at like 50 something. Like here's fucking Steve Jobs. Apple, huge ass company, has so much freaking money, still dies to cancer. Hello.
Well,
like,
to jump, I'm jumping all around with this to make different points, but let's tackle Wendy Williams when she's going through this whole divorce thing with her husband that cheated on her for however many years.
Yeah,
it's like, should we feel sad for you? Like, oh, this is what comes with it. Like, people told you this guy was bad. Like,
or it's like, do you not want people to then make fun of your divorce and ridicule you while you're going through something hard? Like, oh, okay.
Like it doesn't make sense to me, and it also sucks that like the way UK sees it. I'm sure not everyone, but the press and like, you know, certain people over there, how they're like, man, like you should have dated a white person. We don't like the person you're with. Like, what?
Totally. Apparently, the tabloids in the UK are like a lot worse than here.
Well, yeah, that's why he's suing them.
Yeah, like they're like really bad, and that's saying something.
And that's if that's true that they plan on like having another place here in the U.S. I'm pretty sure that, you know how I said it was off the podcast. I said like it's a luxury to be a celebrity in the U.S. because anywhere else you're looked at as like food in a sense.
Yeah.
Where like you have to have security around you. Like it's like Warren Buffett can be on a train in New York and it'd be cool. Like people may ask for pictures, but no one's gonna attack you or rob you or any like that type of status where you go to other places. It's like, okay, you gotta have security with you.
Yeah.
And like you're less respected. Where in the U.S. you're more respected. I feel like if you're a celebrity. So like if they do plan on coming here, you're not going to have these issues. People are going to be a lot more, I would like to say people would
I
be
mean,
a lot more
tabloids,
nice.
no, but
Obviously, you can't do anything about the press.
yeah, but you're talking about these people who already like hate her and hate like them
But-
and all this stuff. If there's plenty of those in America too.
But you can't change the press. It is what it is.
No, I know that, but I'm saying I don't know how well received it'll be if people already hate her or
But who
them.
cares? But if someone already hates you, who cares? I never cared about anyone that hated
Right,
me.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
I could care less. If you're not paying my bills, why do I care what your hate is doing? Like, your hate can stay right over there because it's not affecting me. I don't know. It's
And you know what it
depressing.
is? People always compared her to Kate because, well, first of all, Kate was obviously the one who married one of the brothers first. And two, Kate was also a commoner, so she was just an average person. So they both were average people who happened to marry to royalty.
Mm-hmm.
So like they always compared the two, like from the wedding and how they looked and the dress and everything to, you know, the kid, like when are they gonna have kids and how many kids and like just everything, every outfit that they would wear, you know, the interactions they'd have if one is smiling and the other's not. Like it would literally, it's like they. From the moment she got engaged to him, it's like they just pick her apart for every single thing and they compare the two of them. And it's ridiculous. Because that's like if someone was to compare, like, as your brothers get older and they, you know, if they're with women and all that, and like it's like they compare me to your brother's like girlfriend or wife or whatever. Like it's the same thing where it's like your siblings and like, oh, we're gonna compare all the significant others. Why? We're all different people. We like different things.
What
That's
I like,
fine.
also, like, they went on some trip to Johannesburg, and like I really liked that because it's I'm not sure exactly why they did it, but I'm like, I dig that. Like putting the spotlight on this like place that not a lot of people that aren't black know about. So I'm like, that's cool. And you take like pretty much one of the most popping people or couple in the world. That's cool. So I'm like, you want to see Kate and whoever he's with, William or what? Yeah, you want to see them to go here, like hugging. Oh man, I don't want to hug these black kids.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think it's that.
But you want to see them there, okay?
I don't know because again, it's a publicity thing. So if it benefits them, you might see them there. And that sounds awful, but that's just how it is.
That's true.
Like,
oh man, Prince Harry's hugging a black kid. Okay, let me stop.
but yeah. So I don't know. That just really annoyed me.
I'm with it because yeah, when you just told me, I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
Because it's a real thing. Like she's over here with a baby, and you know, like first of all, postpartum depression is a real thing. We don't know who goes through it. You know what I mean? Like it's usually a closed door kind of thing that you deal with it at home, or you know, it's bottled up and everything. Mm-hmm. And from what I hear, it's awful, and it's like, but. So it's like we don't know if she's going through something like that, coupled with, you know, every day getting ridiculed and all this different stuff, and she's just over here trying to be a mom and a wife and live.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do normal things. Yes, they sign up for not normal things. Sure, obviously. You have to look a certain way. You have to all that. You know, that's the thing too, is they would ridicule her because she's like trying to change like traditions or something like
I'm
that.
just trying to just live.
That one's tough. That one's tough because I understand that, like, you know, if you're in the royal family, yes, like you have to like dress a certain way and act a certain way and like this kind of
No,
stuff.
you don't.
It's like an etiquette thing.
Okay,
Because
it's
you're
2019.
of a certain status.
It's
But it's
2019.
not like she was doing crazy stuff. I think it was like something as simple as like she would have a different nail color or like something like that. And like people were flipping.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, they
you're
just
not-
hate her for
she's
everything.
not dressing in some like wild dress
Me-
or like anything. It's just like, just let me live. Like, dog.
Personally, I love her. I think she's adorable. I think on her wedding day, she was just fucking fabulous. Like, that makeup was something that everybody in my industry loved because she looked just like herself. It was just like this effortlessly beautiful kind of look. Like this was when she came out like that, and we knew it was going to be something that people are like pinning and Instagramming and all this stuff. We're like, yes, because that's exactly what people should look like on their wedding day, instead of like all this Instaglam and all that. Like it was just great.
Yeah.
And like even her gown was beautiful. It was so simple. And that was another thing that people picked apart, was because it was too simple. And I'm like, it doesn't need to be glam. Do you, like, listen, babe, you don't even know. When I went wedding gown shopping, you don't even know the amount of things you have to pick from. Like, you can literally have any gown that you want in the entire world. It doesn't matter how simple, how glam, how short, how long, how, like, you know, sleeves, no sleeves, you know, V-neck or scoop neck. Like, there's everything is different. It does not freaking matter.
Yeah.
Like, I could go on forever about this, but I think she's adorable, and they're adorable, and just, you know, let them live. That's all.
All right.
I said what I said.
Yeah. I'm with you. Oh, man. So, I guess there's even more tea with the Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber thing, whatever the heck you I don't know who Hailey Baldwin is.
Hailey Baldwin, or now Hailey Bieber, is the wife.
That's a weird last name.
Again, we went over this probably like a month ago or something. I think she's Alec Baldwin's daughter, the one who plays Trump on SNL.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know which Baldwin she's a daughter of.
She's a Baldwin.
Yes. Dang it. I just had it.
See? This is why we save things in one central place, so it's easy to get. Guys,
sir.
This is the conversations we have.
Sir.
Pre-production.
Anyways, okay. So, last week, Selena Gomez came out with 2 new songs. She came out from, like, nowhere. I don't know the last time she's released something, but it's been, like, a long time. Decades, my God. So, she came out with Lose You to Love Me and Look at Her Now. So it's like the first one is more of like a sad song, but empowering and that kind of thing. And then the second one is just like bam in your face, like, I don't need you, I'm amazing kind of thing. So I thought it was expert that they came out together. It's a great pair of songs that you kind of listen to the slower one first, and then the second one you're like, yeah, I don't need no man. Like, it's good.
Okay.
I personally love the songs and wish that they had been released 5 years ago because that would have helped me a lot, because like these songs I relate to for sure. But yeah, so then it turned into an interesting thing because Hailey, I guess I'll call her Bieber because it seems she probably changed her last name, which is interesting because I guess she doesn't have enough status that's why she did that.
I don't know her
because
at all.
normally celebrities don't, like, they'll either like add on your
like
last
Kim.
name,
No one calls her by Kim Kardashian West,
right, or they'll just keep theirs. So yeah, I mean, no tea, no shade, but you know, so there's a lot of things going on here. So Selena releases the songs, and of course everyone's wondering what Justin's going to think of it because they are so obviously about, you know, their tumultuous on again, off again relationship that went on for years and years and years. And so Hailey, I think like 4 minutes after the song goes up, she posts some song. I don't know who it's by. It was... on. I got it.
This would have been a lot easier if you would have saved it.
Do you know this song? I'll Kill You
I didn't get
by
to it.
Summer Walker featuring Janae.
I was playing her album like the other day. I didn't get to that song yet.
So she posts that on her story 4 minutes after Selena's songs drop.
Yeah, this is that song. This like this.
And I think, does it reference lyrics? I forget.
I don't know.
Yes. Don't want no problems. I wish a bitch would try to come between us. It won't end up good.
Ooh.
You know I love you like no one else would. I'd
Ooh.
go to hell and back for you.
Flames.
So yeah, so everybody is like, okay, like, so that has to be geared towards her.
Okay.
Because, you know, you have Hailey, who is the wifey, and you have also, it's very interesting because in Selena's song, it's one of the One of the things says, I gave my all and they all know it. You tore me down, now it's showing. In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy. Made me think I deserved it in the thick of healing. There was a timeline where like literally like 2 months after, it was last year in 2018, apparently Selena and Justin had ended, I think it was like April or something, and say like June is when Haley and Justin got together, and then a month later we're engaged, and then 2 months later we're married.
Okay.
So like it was this whole, like clearly that was geared towards him, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, you know, we ended our like finally like, I don't even know how long they were together, but it was crazy. And in a few months you're married to her. And it's funny because so it's Perez Hilton at this article, and he posted on Twitter. He says Justin Bieber's second choice wife knew precisely what she was doing. Second choice wife. That's hilarious to me. That is hilarious.
A lot of shade there.
It's hilarious. So there's that. Apparently there's an update that Haley's denying her post was about Selena. Of course she is, because what else is she gonna do? But like the timing. Hello. And then apparently Justin just posted like a random picture of like an animal on his Instagram that day. Like
He's
just
this cat.
it was like a cheetah or something.
Oh, don't mess with me.
And like we're just like, okay, like that's cool. So we don't know what that means. That's all he posted the day it came out.
It's a cool shot. There's no caption.
No, it just says seen on, and it says who the photographer was.
Yeah.
So
He's like, "I don't care."
he hasn't addressed anything, because everybody's kind of on pins and needles, like waiting for him to say something. Obviously,
He's not gonna say anything.
right? And there's of course like so many funny memes about it. Haley Baldwin following Justin Bieber around all day to see if he listens to Selena Gomez's new song or not. And it's like, what's her name? Melissa McCarthy, and she's like peering around a tree with binoculars. But yeah, it was just, yeah. So that was like a thing that kind of blew up out of nowhere, was, you know, that whole like drama. And people are on both sides of it, because a lot of people are on Selena's side, obviously, because it sounds like, you know, he was just a straight up asshole and like put her through it and like all this stuff. But then some people are on Haley's side, where, oh, well, she stuck by him and helped him actually get better and did this, that, and the other thing. And like, you know, so now he's better because of her. And so they're in a better place and they're better together and all this. Of course, I don't know what to believe. No one knows what to believe, because we're not in the relationships. But like, I don't know. It's interesting. But it's like, I don't know, Selena was there like for a lot of years, through a lot of ups and downs with him, and like you can't tell me she didn't try. I just think it was one of those where maybe they weren't good together, clearly. But I'm like, damn, he got married like that fast? Like it was weird. Because they just had a wedding, technically. Because apparently they got like married, like probably unofficially or like legally, but didn't have a ceremony last year. So then they just had their ceremony.
It
like
reminds me of, I can't think off the top of my head, but I feel like this reminds me of like some other celebrity that did something similar, where like they broke up with someone that they were like with for a while and then went to someone else. I can't think of a name off the top of my head, but I'm like, this happened. I feel like it was.
Yeah, but I'm like married in a few months, like that. Woo, that was fast. I get dating
really
someone, but
understand it.
getting to like just going straight to marriage that fast. Woo.
I mean, they're probably like, here's a prenup.
Oh my god, right?
Because I can't really see that. Like, if you're that poppin', you jump that fast into
Yeah.
it, unless you like knew Haley beforehand. Like they grew up together and like.
Still, like that's. I don't know. So, yeah, there's that whole drama went on. But I personally love the songs. I think they're worth listening to. Yeah, it's all about, you know, just empowering as a woman and not needing no man and moving on and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
But you need me, right?
I want you.
Same. Heck.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You never say you knew me, so I ain't gonna say it
I
either.
mean, that's fine. I don't. Okay.
I love you.
Didn't know we had the freaking Joker in the room. Like,
I love you.
Oh.
I did that makeup recently. Missy was scared of me. so I did a good job.
weirdo.
But I love you.
Okay, love you too. Cool. Weirdo.
I love you too.
All right. So after all that celebrity news, man, I'm just want to talk about something.
Those were the hot topics.
Something different here. So Walmart rolled out this direct-to-fridge delivery service that's coming to three U.S. cities currently. 3 U.S. cities, if you care. It's Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Vero Beach, Florida.
Those are really random cities.
I don't know. But my
I'm
only
surprised
thing
it's
is,
not New York.
do you trust someone going into your house to put stuff in your fridge?
No, ma'am.
Like, I get we're
No,
becoming
ma'am.
lazy
No, ma'am.
people. Like, the world of Wall-E is starting to come to real life within the next 10 years. I could see it.
Wally.
But I don't see me opting to pay $50 a month to have someone from
That's a
Walmart
lot.
come pick up stuff,
That's
drive it over here, and all that stuff. Wait, it's $20. Sorry.
Oh.
You pay $50 for a smart lock that they'll come out and install in there on either the first level of your house, or you can in your garage you can have a little lockbox or whatever if you want to do it that way, and they can have access to your garage and then do it like that. I don't know. I don't trust these things because Amazon does the same thing when they'll drop a package inside your house and they have a camera, so it's oh
I don't
man,
like
you
it.
know. Dog, I'm not allowing anyone I don't know. You can fingerprint them. You can do all you want for security measures. I do not trust that.
Yep.
Because I'm okay, so what do they use to be able to get in and out of my house? Can they is there some way for them to log into whatever they're using to come back at my house later in the day
They'll
when they're not
say no,
working?
But I'm over here thinking technology has issues all the time. Something could happen where it's maybe it's supposed to shut off after an hour, but it stayed on for 12 hours, and then some.
Yeah, who controls it?
And then there's hacking. Hello, I just know. And even if I give you permission, I still don't want you in here. If I'm not here. Period.
Well, even if I am in here, I don't want this strange person
Right.
coming in.
It's
But
weird.
just leave my groceries out in the front. I'll
Right.
come get them.
Right.
I
don't like it.
That's as far as you're getting in my house. I just thought this was interesting. I wanted to mention, and I'm who would sign up for this? And if anyone does sign up for this, what is their experience like?
And why can't you just get regular delivery?
Pretty much.
I understand people are busy, and it can be a convenience thing, but you could just get regular delivery, and then you just got to put it away.
They don't want to put it away.
All, that's the thing too. I'm over here thinking they're gonna put my stuff away all jacked up.
Right?
Watch, they're gonna put it in places that I don't like or that's not organized or and then I don't know where my stuff is. I bought food, but I don't know where it is. So then I take 10 minutes to try and find it. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, it messes up the process because you put things in certain places.
Right.
Chips may go in this cabinet. You may put sauces in this. And it's this person's not going to know that.
Yeah, they don't care.
I just had to talk about that. That's wild. Guys, if you guys are doing anything like that, be careful. It's hard out in the streets.
No, ma'am. I'm good.
So to round this out with all the celebrity talk and tech talk here, we're going to hit into some relationship advice. As always. This one's an interesting one. Because, damn, it is. Man. So, this guy goes on to say, my girlfriend, who is 22 and he's 25, wants to share our incomes. The thing is, he makes 7 times much more than as much more as her.
I'm sorry, what? 7 times more.
Yeah. I'm what does he do? So he goes on to say, so here's the deal. Me and my girlfriend have been together for a little under 3 years and have been living together for a few months. My girlfriend takes college classes and works part-time. I finished college 2 years ago. Quickly got hired by a company I did an internship with and within a year I got a promotion and a large pay raise, which is pretty large because he says he's making roughly $150,000 a year. Wow. Like right out of college, like what are you doing?
That's-
like
yeah,
are you like
really?
a doctor or something, or like
Even
what?
doctors don't make that sometimes.
Then what career did you
Like-
pick for you to be an intern and then within a year get promoted and get paid that much? Like that is like
Maybe
what company are
something
you
technical?
with? True. Also depends on what. If I can see that happening in like New York or California, maybe.
Yeah.
And he says that she makes $20,000 a year. Now she moved
Don't
in.
shame her income.
Now she moved in with me a few months ago into the place I bought, so I pay nearly all costs: mortgage, electricity, water, etc. The only things she pays for herself are non-essentials like Spotify, phone bill, Netflix, and so forth. Now recently, we got into a huge fight where she demanded we pool our money together and spend what is left after essential costs together, whereas currently I pay basically every essential and my own shit. He said it. I use and a bit to enjoy myself and put the rest in into my savings. Now she seems to be jealous. I got a lot more to spend, which is not really true since after monthly costs, I put the majority in my savings account. In my eyes, she's already gets an easy ride, and honestly, she is just shit with money. Oh God, and she does have. She spends it on crap like stupidly expensive clothes. Oh God, and then complains.
He mad when he's writing this.
Yeah.
He mad.
And then complains she is broke at the end of the month. So what do? I hate to put money in the way of a relationship, but I'm honestly questioning my relationship, as there's no way I'm going to let her essentially spend my salary on stupid shit.
How many times can he say shit?
Now I thought this was an interesting one, so I'm gonna have you kick this off.
So wait, they've only been together a few months total, or they've lived together.
They've been together a little under 3 years, and they've been living together for a few months.
Interesting. Okay, so they've been together a while. Oh, interesting. So they've been together since like before he was making bank. That's something to be said, because it's not like she got with him because he was rich. You know what I mean?
That's great and all.
But I'm saying, like, let's lay the groundwork, okay? So, like, she's not a gold digger, I don't think, because she was with him when he was finishing college and all that, too. So there's that. That's difficult. Because, like, for you and I, yeah, there's, like, the person who makes a little bit more and the person who makes a little bit less. But we are, like, similar enough where there's not as big a gap. So, like, if you pool it all together, you don't feel so, like, you know, one doesn't resent and one doesn't feel like they're not getting enough kind of thing. But with that, that's a very big difference.
The thing is, I see his point, because he's like, I'm paying for all the major bills, water,
Right.
electricity,
Right.
mortgage. Like I'm paying for all these, and now you want to share an account, and it's like I'm trying to save for potentially our future.
Well, and I think that's where she's seeing it, is she's saying, if you're trying to save for our future, then what's the problem with having it just go to our savings? I think that
But
maybe that's where she's...
It's not savings. It sounds like she wants to spend it.
Yes. I mean, I could see that.
Like, okay, so you telling me
she wants something, because she doesn't make a lot, and it's hard. So, like, sure.
finish college and then get a full-time job.
Oh yeah, they said that was part-time, right? That's actually not that bad then for a part-time job, because some people make that full-time.
I made that at Target way back.
20,000 in a year?
Pretty much. Around that ballpark.
Wow.
What? I mean, it's
I
part-time.
feel like that's a lot part-time, no?
I think it's about average.
Maybe it depends. Well, because no, you were minimum. How many hours did you work?
I mean, it varied.
What? Okay, anyways.
It's all over the place, but like, yeah.
We have had different job lives then. Okay. Anyways. So yeah. I don't know. It's hard because I'm at the mindset, there's something in my eye that's really bugging me. I'm at the mindset where and maybe it's because we do it, but I feel like we've done it since we moved in, so like that's all we know. But I do believe in the whole joint account thing. One, I think it's easier to keep track of everything just put together, like that kind of thing. And I know for you and I, we see it as a pool of money and a pool of bills and, expenses and whatever. And then, put the rest towards savings or whatever. So for me, I always like that because I think it's easier and more cohesive rather than like always having like everyone has separate accounts and has even separate savings and all that, because then ultimately you got to put that together if you want a down payment on a house or like whatever you're trying to get towards. So I feel like it's easier once you figure out how all your stuff flows. And I also think I always thought it was more respectable that you see it as you both are contributing, that you don't see it as, oh, I make so much more and you make so much less and let's guilt the person who makes less, that kind of thing. Or like, let's make it seem like they don't contribute because they only pay X, Y, and Z. Like, I always thought that was kind of lousy because it's not, I mean, in this case, it's a little different because she's going to school, whatever, but it's not necessarily the person's fault sometimes that they make less and you make more, because say they're in their career that they went to college for and they just happen, it's just not as banging as the next person, like that happens.
Okay, dog.
So I don't know, I always liked how it was easier and respectable to kind of do stuff together.
Not to shame anyone that chose a major like that, but you know what major you're picking that is going to be popping or not popping. Let's be real now. You know what jobs are going to be in that field that are going to be worthwhile and which ones are not going to be worthwhile given that major.
But let's also not forget, if it's something that genuinely makes you happy, that is also important. Money is not everything. So
go tell that to the bank. Tell that to the...
Oh my gosh. It's a balance, obviously. But I'm saying if you are genuinely happy doing something, but it's not like the most poppin' salary-wise, whatever. That's where, again, you guys work together.
Yeah, see, I have an issue with this. So
of course you do, as a man.
Major keywords that she says in this, that he says in this, I should say, like she spends her money on expensive clothes.
Well, yeah, but
I get what you're saying, but I don't feel comfortable. For example, I was someone that was spending money like crazy before we got everything organized, right? Like I would just buy things, whatever. Do you feel comfortable if you we're working hard, spending like
balling like that,
like putting all this, like we're putting our money together, and you see me sitting here like, running up credit cards, buying things and all that stuff.
So it's definitely a trust thing too, obviously, because if your money's together, you gotta trust the other person's not gonna take whatever, if you have $10,000 in your savings and just be like, whoop, going to gamble.
What needs to happen is
people do that.
You would have to sit there and have a conversation with her and be like you got to stop. Or for example, we did an episode like way back about what we do as far as budgeting goes.
Yeah.
And like this app like helps us a lot, like planning things out of like, okay, this is how much money we allot for each other to spend. Once we use that in the month, we don't have any more until the following month. Like, and it just
and it's hard.
Organizes
it's not easy because like we're not big balling to the point where we can do everything we want all the time. And so like. It's like, we have our date fund and there's been times we go over, but we try not to. And, you kind of have to be disciplined and say you blow all your money halfway through the month. Okay, well, the next half of the month, we're not going to go out to eat. We're not going to, go bowling or whatever the heck you want to do. Figure it out, and be more strict because at the end there's a bigger goal in mind, which for us is a house. So, that part is true where it's like, okay, for example, expensive clothes and stuff. Compromise. Like, if you like getting a new wardrobe, look into not so expensive.
Save that.
You do not need all name brands. You can go to the thrift store. You can whatever. There's like different ways to like make stuff better.
You don't need it. You don't need that new fashion overdress dress. You don't.
My love, you don't need that new Xbox next year.
But here's the thing. I'm saving it up for it.
I know, but I'm just pointing out. I understand you're smart with it now, but I'm just pointing out. You don't need it.
But there's a lot of things we don't need.
But
I'm just saying, like, it's... For someone that doesn't have a lot, it goes to it goes to that mindset of like when you have like a credit card, you feel like, man, I got all the money in this world. I got 20,000 on this card. I could just use it anytime I want.
Oh my God, credit cards are death.
And that's what I feel like her mindset is, where it's like, I have this money available to me, let me use it. Like, yeah, I get a lot of things we don't need, we just want it.
Yeah.
And she's in that mindset where it's like, I have the money, I can get it now. Oh,
Yeah.
I really like these high heel shoes, these red bottoms. I'm gonna go get them. Like, these would look nice in a dress that I only wear like a couple times during the year. Like,
he's so cute. He knows what red bottoms are.
I mean, rap. Come on.
Look at you, fashion.
But it's like, I feel like to have this conversation, for us to do this, I would have to sit down with you, talk about it, and yeah, maybe even look at the app. You need a budget and figure out how to like break this down.
Well, you need that and a spreadsheet because you need to like write it all out.
And like, yeah, just
because it's always
tracking
changing.
things. Because just having your bank account and saying, "Hey, we'll do this," but you can only use a certain amount out of this. That's tough to track.
Yeah.
Within a month. Also, it's like, I don't know if you want to treat her like as if she's a kid and like say, I'm only giving you an allowance of like 200.
That's really hard because in this day and age, we are in the day and age of an empowered female. Like we don't want to feel like a child getting
She's
an
probably
allowance.
sitting there listening to Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi, Sweetie. She's like, nah, I need my money. I don't need to ask you. Just give me it. I'm just saying.
I don't really need the D. I need the money.
That's what they're saying. They're like, yo, I don't know. Megan has a whole song where she's like, I'm not even asking for it. You're just giving it to me. Like, what?
Isn't that? Which one is that?
I don't know.
The one that I always talk about, and I'm like she's literally a gold digger in that song.
Hey.
Like, anyways.
I love Meg.
I don't know. It's hard. I think I understand where she's coming from. I think there should be some joint thing. There should be a conversation. Obviously, he needs to set boundaries, because it sounds like he wants to be smart with it and save it a lot. It is. It's kind of like us. Like, I was always the saver. You were the spender. You kind of have to meet in the middle. Where, like, okay, so you still have some spending money, but it's not anything, like, crazy. And we're still saving as much as we possibly can. So, like... I don't know.
It's having the conversation first and working out a plan.
And finances, I'm pretty sure finances are like the number one reason for divorce.
Money's the
it's always money, sex, or children is like the three top ones that cause issues within relationships. So like money is not easy to navigate within a relationship, but I mean it's necessary.
True.
If you're trying to get somewhere with it, you're trying to do something with it besides just wasting it.
Yeah.
So
I would definitely have a conversation first before moving into anything. That's just my two
plus,
cents.
things are never set in stone either. Like, because our stuff always changes because either like income changes, because mine always fluctuates, or like the expenses change. Like our mortgage went up a little bit because of the taxes went up, or other taxes went up, like on the Netflix and all that stuff here. So. But then some things could go down, like
our phone bill went down because we finally finished paying for your phone.
Yeah. So like and you always have to adjust. You always have to like readjust your budget, to a lot for stuff. But I mean, yeah.
I would definitely say if you guys haven't heard that episode of that like whole budgeting episode, check it out. I'm not sure what episode it is. Maybe like in the 30s or 40s, 20s maybe. If you go on our website, you can easily search and type in like budgeting or budget, and you should be able to find it within that. That's all I got for that one, man. Whole lot of stuff happens in this episode.
Yep.
What are you typing down? Oh, you're looking it up?
Episode 22, being in a relationship and sticking to a budget. Episode 19.
Oh, we talked
being
about
a
that.
business owner and a content creator, Tesla's future, sticking to a budget in a relationship.
Okay.
So in those couple, we talk about stuff.
Yeah, it's probably episode 22, so we really focused on it.
That was probably like a Friday episode.
Yeah, 19 was talking about someone else that was dealing with budgeting in the relationship. I feel like
it was probably
remember
another
that a
Reddit.
little bit. Well, they all are.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap this one and roll out. Like I said in the beginning of this, the Friday episode that's coming out this Friday is gonna be a last one, probably for like the next few weeks. Of course, as we move into like this, like the wedding time, having one episode to focus on, it just makes our life easier because it's gonna get real hectic. And yeah, I like, again, if you have topics you want us to specifically talk about, those would go towards more so the Friday episodes. As always, send your questions in, your voice messages, all that dope stuff. Links are all in the description for our social medias. I would love to hear more from you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love, the comments on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Got anything else before you like on Facebook, as I see there?
That's it.
All right. With that being said, I am Shadell. I'm joined by my lovely fiance,
Lauren.
and I will see you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Peace out.